but it's a cool product.
Right, exactly. So, I forgot. We got to put this up on the screen, right?
Oh, wait, we live? Am I supposed to, like, sing something, you know?
Oh, where has my Scruffy gone? Oh, where can he be? Yeah.
It's raining Scruffy.
It's raining Scruffy. It's going to be another one
Hallelujah.
of those. Going to be another one of those episodes, no Scruffy.
Man, I don't know if I can keep going on like this.
I know, right? But we're going to have a special guest on tonight. So
woohoo!
I guess if I can find all the audio clips. Let's see, where are we at?
And now, on with the show.
Time for bladder check. 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 Wait. Screw it, I'm holding it.
It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men.
Brown Squadron.
Tell a friend.
Podcasting, the final audio frontier. These are the legends of Brown Squadron.
Our computer is picking up a strange signal. Here, sir, you better take a look at it.
The ongoing mission? To explore the Star Wars universe and other nerd culture topics. To seek new content and new cantinas, bars, and lounges. To boldly annoy Scruffy by making too many bad jokes. Welcome to the Hyperspace Heroes Podcast.
And welcome to Hyperspace Heroes, episode 147. This is Brown Leader signing in. All wing reported in.
One wing. Round 4 is here.
Right on. So another scruffy-less episode tonight. So I didn't shave just in that honor. But he's on special assignment tonight. He's not loony, so he's not going loony tonight. I guess we'll say that he's shell-shocked for tonight. So
whatever, Scruff. We see how you are.
Right.
That better be a good assignment.
Right. But because Scruffy couldn't be on tonight, we also reached out and we have a special guest that we're going to bring on in just a minute. And this is we've kind of become social internet DM friends with this account. He's been just a big supporter of ours. We appreciate it. I want to show off, we've shown off some of his work before. Let me get over to my pictures. And he has created honorary Brown Squadron vehicles for us. And I mean, how cool is that, right? B-Wing supremacy, Y-Wing, and So, I mean, how do you ask for more than that, right? No. So he also introduced us to a very cool sticker line. If you look at the thumbnail for this episode, introduced us to this. He works with a company that does this whole Star Wars National Park sticker line, which is a lot of fun as well. And we've been DMing back and forth, and we even got Paul Sun-Hyung Lee knows about this account. As we asked him on air when we had him back on 100, we had him. The common internet rumor was that this account was a burner account for Paul, but we're here to prove tonight, despite what Paul his denials, we're here to prove tonight that it is not indeed Paul Sun-Hyung Lee, that is, and. So we're going to have the internet sensation Adelphi Rangers NRSF on the show tonight. Before we jump into that, DB, anything Star Wars related going on recently? I don't think they're really. We talked about last week. They announced the full cast for Starfighter, Star Wars Starfighter, right? I know what I was going to plug. D23, Destination D23 just happened. So go and check out our friend Force Ghost Conversations if you want to see the best coverage of Destination D23. He was there all weekend, was posting all weekend long. It sounds like the Mando and Grogu trailer that they dropped for the audience was the same one as Celebration, just better HD quality from what I understand. So hopefully we're going to get that trailer soon. But
I tell you what, right before we went on the air, I made the mistake of hitting some clickbait that came across my phone.
Uh-oh.
That was all the reasons why the Mando and Grogu movie will flop. Are you kidding me? You haven't seen 2 seconds of the film. Please don't tell me it's going to be a flop.
I thought you were going to say it was a link for Only Tuscan. And
well, I'm not going to report that live on air. No way.
Right. We'll jump into the chat really quick. Carbonites, welcome to the show, Carbonites. Loved watching you online last night on Hybrid's podcast. Delphi Base proudly sponsors this episode.
Since we don't have Mountain Dew.
Right? I do have something kind of related though in Collection Corner, so that'll be kind of fun.
Oh,
Ubaldo, hello everybody. Ubaldo, welcome to the show. Where is that nerfer? Right. I should have called this episode "Let's Talk Smack with Scruffy," or about Scruffy. But
we're going to talk smack about Scruffy,
right?
Even if Katie Sackhoff did remember him. There, right. 6 minutes. I brought it up.
There we go. Right. Yep. And then Paul beat the allegations. right on for being for the account. But yeah, actually, you know what? The chat is going to be a third slow tonight because also the other thing, Delphi Rangers is notorious for jumping in our chat and keeping it lively, and we appreciate that. So the chat is going to be a little slow. So Carbonites, Ubaldo, unboxing when you jump on, you guys are going to have.
And where's Hybrid, man? I jumped into his chat last night.
Well, last week he was late to the show as well because I think
That's
he was
true.
shoveling. I think they said he was shoveling gravel with his dad or something like that. So
I thought you were going to say shoveling something else.
Yeah, no, that's why we are BS. The BS crew. We're pros at shoveling that. But anyway, let's without further ado, let's bring a Delphi Ranger NRSF onto the show. Welcome, sir.
There he is.
You're on mute. Let's see. Oh, mic is off. All right. You know what, DB? While he's working. Oh, right. Go ahead. The mute symbol is off, but go ahead and try to say something, Paul. Nope, not connecting. It's still showing as mute. Let's see. While he's working on that, let's do a palette cleanser. So Kelly Knox's conversation cards.
Bring it.
Right.
Your one wing is ready.
Right. What is the scariest creature in Star Wars?
Chopper.
Right.
Chopper scares the bejesus out of me, man. He's a wrecking ball, man.
Right on. Still, for that, I would probably have to say, I'm gonna go with Jawas. Because they're furry. So,
and by proxy, Pelimoto is scary as well.
Right, exactly.
No, if you want to talk creatures that creep me out, those ice spiders from Mando.
Oh, that was something, right?
Not a fan of spiders. Anytime I have to fix the furnace or the water heater, I send Brownie 4 in first. No, she hates spiders too. But yeah, gigantic ice spiders. No, I'm gonna have to pass on those.
So Carbonite's great answer, DB. Right on. Got to be the Nexu from the Geonosis Arena. Ooh, that's a good one.
Which one's the Nexus? Is that the big reptilian one?
Let's look that up.
Sorry, I'm old and the brain doesn't always fire on all cylinders.
So, no, that's that creature with all the teeth.
Oh, like the tiger with the huge mouth.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah. That thing would shred you.
it's
That's like a
kinda,
shark and a tiger combined, man. That's
it's kind of like Scruffy before he's had his Mountain Dew in the morning, right?
you're not wrong.
All
You're
right,
not
so
wrong.
let's see. We're gonna do.
You mentioned Scruffy, so this is a great time for a Trek reference. It doesn't have 4 eyes. I mean,
Mhm.
and it strategically ripped the midriff right off of Padme.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah. Well, then I would think for most Star Wars guys that would be their favorite creature.
well, I'm trying not to be a sexist pig because I'm always talking about, hey, Diane Carroll and Jennifer Beals and
I know we've reached the age of the creepy old man phase. We got to be careful.
yeah.
what we
Well,
say.
Diane Carroll was old when we were kids, and I thought she was gorgeous. So
Mhm.
just saying.
Mhm.
Just
Okay.
saying.
Here's another one. So, would you rather attend a Naboo parade or an Ewok celebration?
Are the Ewoks barbecuing Gungans? That's my deciding factor right there.
Carbonites. I can see the resemblance now that you say it. Right. Bro, the setup is fire. Yep, I think he was talking about right, and carbonate. Yeah. All right, let's give this a
Yeah,
try.
Paul, set up.
Say something. Go ahead and say something, sir. Mm-mm.
Oh,
Aw.
I have that problem with my mic all the time. Let's just look at your beauty and the beauty behind you because, man, that's a setup.
Right?
Wow.
Isn't that? Yeah, you should follow us on Instagram. So
I'm going to admit I do not have Instagram because I can barely keep up with the socials I have.
Right on. Let us see. So let's see. Safe to say DB is not a fan of the Arachnophobia movie.
No, not so much. No, it's not like I'm terrified of spiders, but they got 4 times the length.
Yes.
Hey.
Howdy.
I apologize for that. I'm going to have to. I'm going with the microphone because for some reason the headset wasn't getting picked up. So
yeah,
good.
No worries. Yeah, welcome to the show.
So I'm a boomer. Well, I'm not. I'm a Gen Xer.
You're right on.
But technology doesn't like me sometimes. Yes,
so,
Mrs. Adelphi is saying that she was the one who told me to unplug.
Hey, we all need our tech support. With Scruffy, we anytime he's tech challenged, which is quite often, we call it we
now
call it
just so you know,
he needs to Hufflepuff it.
Carson Teva's actor is named Paul. My name is not Paul. My last name starts with Paul.
Yes.
But my name's actually Jim James Jimmy or whatever. So
yeah,
just as a heads up, you've called me Paul a number of times, and I'm
Sorry,
not really him, even though I do have the luxurious beard.
Right. Well,
do.
like I said, I called the with the whole story, with the whole history of us DMing, back and forth with the account, and when we asked Paul on the actual show, if you were a burner account for him, and it's just all the history. So you're kind of an honorary Paul, right? In that aspect. But yeah, James, welcome to the show. So wanted to we always launch off first question as an avid listener and viewer. You probably already know what's coming, but why don't you share?
Social security number is 123. Oh no.
Why don't you share with everybody what does Star Wars mean to you?
Well, it's kind of my whole persona. It's just there's real life, which is the boring bits in between playing in Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just kind of my way to escape from all the the humdrum and tedium of everyday life of a middle class person.
Mm-hmm.
Not as bad as working in a sweatshop, but I'm no millionaire either. Just kind of gets me out of the tedium.
Right on.
So, Jimmy, tell us about your first Star Wars experience. Tell us about your first time.
It was very short. So my first memory is actually waking up at the very end of Empire Strikes Back when Vader is on the bridge of the Devastator or whatever it was, and Lando and all them shoot right into hyperspace. So I missed 99% of Empire Strikes Back. So that's my first. I remember waking up like, all right, this is going to be. Oh, it's over. Okay. I'm pretty sure I've seen A New Hope. You know, it was on like CBS, NBC, those things. You know, in the early '80s, they would play it every once in a while. So I'm sure I saw it then. But my first real memory is going to see Return of the Jedi as a young lad, and you know, the speeder bikes and all that stuff. It was just, you know, it was life changing.
Right on.
Oh, it is.
There was, I think that was my second favorite thing after Boba Fett was the speeder bikes, and back when after Jedi came out, for sure.
Yeah, we're just two basic white dudes. We like Boba Fett. We like speeder bikes.
Yeah. DB, what were you gonna say?
I don't even know. You're talking about speeder bikes, and I had this beautiful Endor diorama I built, and I just remembered I've got a couple speeder bikes that I'm gonna have to dig out and throw in there.
Right on.
I mean, how can you have an Endor diorama without speeder bikes?
Oh yeah,
It should be illegal.
Right? Yeah.
Oh,
you
look
don't
at
have...
keeps it on file. Look at that.
So
Now,
interesting.
we're going to do the old Kenner speeder bikes where, you know, where there's no knees, so the speeders kind of just their legs, I think, stick straight out. Or
You know what?
gonna-
Secrets be told, I never had one of those, but with the reissues and the Power of the Force from the 90s, I probably have like 5 of them.
Oh, nice.
And since I'm not real specific with my dioramas, I do mix lines. I don't care. And if you're a purist and don't like that, I'm sorry. It's my wife's basement. I'll do what she tells me.
You're going to army build those Revas, right?
Right.
No, you know, I get so excited when I go to a town that has an Ollie's, but then I'm so disappointed because I don't need an army of Revas.
I know we're supposed to get one soon, and I just know they're going to do the grand opening, and it's going to be like 10 cases of Revas on the bags.
Here's another 6-inch Palpatine.
Right?
Yeah.
Right on.
We had one open up, and some guy went and bought all the toys and opened up another shop, and he sells them for full price. So everyone like hates the guy.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
He got the 2-pack with the carbonized like Emperor's Trooper in the blue, and it was like a 2-pack, and he's selling it for like 50, and he bought it for like 10 or whatever. So.
What? I mean, buy low, sell high. I remember 8th grade economics, but come on.
What a skis that guy. right on, Carbonites. Yeah, so interesting little fact or little interesting tidbit. So in Mandalorian, in the episode where they blow up the lab on Navarro, and they're getting chased by the speeder bikes, one of them explodes in the same pieces that the original toy would flip apart when you push the button. Yeah, go back and watch the footage. I rewatched it a couple times, but it's almost like it's like the toy version, and somebody hit the button and it flips apart in those same pieces.
Man, I love the interconnection of the world that way, you know, just like they brought the troop transport into Mando, you know.
So as an OT guy, growing up on the OT, we all grew up during the dark ages, you know, when there wasn't really a lot of Star Wars. And a good question, like DB has always clung on to his fandom even through the dark times growing up, right? And I was a little bit different. I kind of went out of it for a while, did college, that kind of thing, and then kind of rediscovered that passion a little bit later. What was your journey through that process?
Yeah, so after Return of the Jedi, didn't do much of anything. And then in high school, one of my friends got the West End Games role-playing game. So we did that for a year or so. And that kind of got me into it. And then I read, was it Shadows of the Empire? That's the one, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I kind of got into some of the other EU books. So I was reading all the books until the special edition came out, and then the prequels and stuff like that. So I was into it somewhat, but I wasn't really collecting any of the collectibles that are all now worth so much money.
Right.
Oh yeah, so I was into it as much as you could be at that time because there was no movies, there was no TV shows.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right on. Right on. DB, keep going.
You know, I was thinking that, you know, back in those days in the dark times, and then we got the Zahn trilogy, which is still the best of the EU in my opinion. But then Shadows of the Empire was that multimedia event, and they put out the action figures, and still some of the coolest stuff. I mean, I have an Outrider made by Kenner or Hasbro, whoever had the license at that time. Yeah, the dark times were dark, and that was like, oh, there's a pinpoint of light that Star Wars is back.
Mm-hmm.
There was a book, a video game, a soundtrack.
Yeah, soundtrack.
All the toys, but no movie. It's like they did everything except the biggest thing.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So you picked up the collecting bug a little bit later on, then kind of getting back into it and everything.
Yeah, when I was younger, my best friend, his family, they bought him everything in terms of Star Wars. And it was, I still remember I was in his basement, and, you know, in all the commercials, the kids only have one of each figure because they want you to buy one of each one. And he had like 5 stormtroopers. So he's like armor building in the early 80s. And it like blew my mind. I didn't know you were allowed to do that. I thought you were only allowed to have one. I'm like, wait, you know, 5? So you didn't have one guy who fell over and then you had to reuse them or anything like that. We actually had dead bodies lying around and stuff. So, so I was more into the G.I. Joe, Transformers. So I'm a little bit younger than you guys. So that was kind of what I was into. Star Wars had kind of fallen behind. And then I kind of picked up the collecting bug after kind of hanging out with Hybrid and Tommy and all those guys.
Right on. Right on. Yeah, I was a G.I. Joe and Transformers guy as well. Had a lot of those. Not a lot of Star Wars toys. It was mostly G.I. Joe and Transformers. For me as well.
Matchbox 2. That was a big thing.
Right on.
Matchbox and Hot Wheels.
So one of the so you're always sharing on social, and I love it. And you've always, you know, a lot of it has been the X-Wing stuff, Carson Teva, Delphi Rangers, you know, stuff
X-Wing
like that.
Supremacy.
X-Wing Supremacy, right? So one of the things that you posted recently, and I wanted to share with everybody, was you started your own cantina, and absolutely love it. Because it's a mix of generations, which is really cool. And I think you have certain characters in there for certain people, right?
I do. So you can see, obviously, I tagged Paul in it. I've got the shiny Mando for you. And then I've got Bosk in the back for Tim Bosk's Bounty. If you look way in the back, there's a Han and Carbonite for Carbonites. Good friend of mine, his name is Phantom Menace Dennis. He told me that his favorite character was the Luke Hoth Snowspeeder, so I put him in there. The battle droid is for my youngest, my son Nick. Adeline is Ray in the back. That's my daughter. At the time of this picture, James was the Durasteel. My oldest son was the Durasteel Mando, but I actually got the new Boba Fett. That's his favorite character. So it's been a little bit updated. I even posted a picture with Reva in there for DB. I don't know if you saw it or not, but
I did. DB, did you catch that?
I did not. And here I was hoping that I could be Greta back there in the back by herself.
You will be from now on.
Okay, I appreciate that. Now, did you?
Oh,
did
yeah, I
you-
said the mouse droid was Mrs. Adelphi. So she loves those little mouse droids.
Yeah.
Did you make this? Did you 3D print this or what? This is awesome.
It's two of the Navarro Cantina playset.
Oh, you put them in
And
90
then-
degrees.
Yeah. And
Oh,
then
that is
the booths and the tables are actually 3D printed by a guy who I met on Discord. I was talking with someone about maybe trying to buy like a chair or two from their Cantina HasLab that they were getting. And he was like, if you pay for shipping, I'll just send you a couple. And I'm like, that sounds awesome. Thanks.
Nice.
So yeah,
That's a
those are
sweet
3D
setup.
printed, but not by me. He did the cups too.
Wow.
Well, that's cool. That's very cool.
That is a nut. Oh. I have a Cantina diorama. Nothing like that. That
Oh yeah, look at that. Look at those cups. Ah, there we go. That is cool.
I like the fact there's a
I made a
droid.
lot of bad financial decisions to make it look that good. So
Oh, totally understand.
Spoken like a true collector.
That is sweet.
Oh, look at those jugs of spotchka. That's very cool. That's very cool.
Wow.
That's
I'm
very
I'm not even going to show mine now because that is too cool.
oh yeah, I've
Right?
got the short trooper for Scarif.
Oh yeah,
for the
yeah.
Scarif podcast guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
There's
there's the new Boba Fett for my son James. Yeah,
Right
with the
Nice.
big black K mug.
Is that a Mithril on the back there too?
Yeah, I got that just because it came with so many accessories.
Sure.
If you look, he's got his hands up because Axe Woves is actually holding the little bounty puck with his thing on.
That's so cool. And the Mithril is kind of a wuss anyway, but hey.
No, he's us though. I mean, in the very first episode, he's like, "Hey, is that a Razor Crest?" Just like some nerd would be like, "Oh, that's a YT 1300 or whatever." So he is us. He's a little tubby. He's slow. He's not very popular. You know, he doesn't have a girlfriend. I mean, that's like 90% of Star Wars fandom is him.
Okay, I'm curious. Carbonite has a question. If you want to put that on the screen
Okay.
about a tiny IG-88 on the table.
If you look in front of the battle droid,
Han is in carbonite risen up as baddies, and then yeah, tiny IG-88 on the table. What's the story with him? Okay. Is that back? Let's see. Back a couple pictures.
Back to the.
go back. You just passed it.
Right there.
Oh, look at
It's
that!
That's
Oh,
cool.
wow.
Yeah, my son Nick, my youngest, he's the one who put that there. So I left it there. I was like, that's his. He's represented by the B1 Battle Droid, one of his favorite characters, who's not even a character. But so yeah, I kept the. It's almost like it's a big hot toy or something
It is.
collectible for the.
Yeah,
Right? That's awesome.
that man, I'm just so amazed. I'm gonna turn in my diorama builders card because
Oh, I saw your stuff you showed before. It's really neat. Your Endor, your Hoth. You turn the Hoth into the.
yeah, but yours is
Sweet
so
too.
intricate. Mine's just a bunch
just
of
good at
guys.
that.
Wow.
Well, look at the articulation I have. Yours are all 5 POA, so you really can't do much. It's
Yeah.
not your fault.
Yeah, mine. A lot of mine are stiff.
I got to step out for just a second. I'll be right back.
And he's gone. Okay, it's just oh, it's a Riva.
So what are you?
It's,
What
you
are you
know-
supposed? I mean, how are you supposed to articulate this? I mean,
No, they're really. That's why I don't mind mixing my lines. You know, if I buy something modern, I'll put it in, just to fill things out. Like right now, I'm looking for some more Cantina denizens, and I sure would like some more droids to throw into my droid sale. I don't have the what is it, R1G4 or something, the big canister droid, and I don't have a Treadwell droid and stuff like that
Yeah.
that I want to throw in my Tatooine set. But you wait, I got a Death Star set coming up in the near future. You guys are gonna like too, but I got to do a little more work to it. But
Yeah, like you said, you can probably find a lot of those droids at ICCCCCCCC Con.
I hope so. I didn't have a whole lot of luck last year. The year prior, I got a lot of Ewoks and stuff for my Endor. But hey, maybe in this coming year. Oh, look who's back! We got to stop talking about him now.
I know, right? Sorry about that. The miss. So they're
I
doing.
just gave him my credit card number and the 3 digits on the bottom.
Do you want his bank account? I got that too.
Right. What the pick? I'm looking at this here. Hold on. All right. Yeah, no, sorry. We're so we have like they're deciding to do road construction way past our house, and you can't get through to the next town on the road we live on. So they closed it off back at the last major intersection, and the Mrs. Brown leader was like, "Can I go around that? Am I allowed to go?" And because they've got the whole lane on the direction to our house blocked off, and so I want to make sure she gets home tonight. So
seriously, that far away? I mean, I know the area you're talking about because it's not far from my house.
yeah, right at that intersection where the Shell and the lumber places.
Oh, my stepson lives over there too.
Yep. And it's fine. You just got to go around the sign. You can still get all the way to our house, and he'll be able to get home too. But Mrs. Brown leader was like, "Am I allowed to go through that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you're good. It's okay." And because there's also a cop that likes to sit there in the lumber yard, and so and he's not as friendly as Carson Teva. So
is that where Scruffy's at? Is he out there patrolling that, stopping people? Prove to me you live down here. Come on.
Maybe. So on tonight's episode of Undiscovered Country, there's a Trek reference for Scruffy.
So yeah, we haven't rizzed on Scruff here in a few minutes, even if Katie Sackhoff did remember him. But so Adelphi, which is the best Trek movie and why?
Well, I haven't seen that many of them. But I actually did like Undiscovered Country. That was the one with the like the General Chang, who was the one-eyed Klingon, and
yep.
It had the big conspiracy of the people who weren't ready for peace and stuff. I actually did kind of like that one, so it's kind of funny.
It was very timely for the '90s with the collapse of the Soviet Union and the Berlin Wall and stuff. And I like how
a little too on the nose. Yeah, the planet blew up right after Chernobyl or whatever.
Yeah, it wasn't a very well disguised parable, was it? But the fact that you had General Chang, played by the guy who played Von Trapp in The Sound of Music. I mean, that
quoting Shakespeare
in the original Klingon, but Doc Huck. It's kind of sad that I can actually say that.
Yeah. Carbonites had a question from earlier. What's an outrider, DB? I'm not familiar with that.
Oh, stand by. I'll go grab one off my shelf.
Right. Let's see if they had any other comments. Okay. Welcome. Phantom Menace Dennis. Evening, everyone. Welcome to the show, Phantom. Dennis. All right. So, so what got you into, because you're like you're a super fan with podcasts, because I'm always seeing, it's funny, I'll be watching something, all of a sudden a chat will come up, Delphi Rangers, on a lot of different shows. What got you, I know what got me into podcasting, what got you into podcasting?
Well, what got me into watching them, I guess, is I just like to be entertained. I know what you meant. Yeah, I just was with Mandalorian. I just couldn't get enough of it when it first came out, and there's a whole bunch of podcasts. They would do their episode review. They would look for Easter eggs and all sorts of connections and making guesses of what's coming up. And I just consumed everything. I'm like, the gladiator. Oh, you're not entertained. I'm the one in the crowd getting entertained. So I just kind of, whether it was, so I just kind of, I went from a couple of different ones, and I think Factpapod might have been on one of the ones that I used to listen to, TRB. I think somehow I found them, and then I found you guys through them.
Mm-hmm.
Then I kind of met some of the other guys through some other ways.
Yeah, it's funny because after Mando started, that's kind of what spurred us to start this as well, because it was that since we were getting content again, live action content, and Mando season 1 was just so magical in terms of kind of breaking that mold again and giving us a new era of Star Wars that felt familiar and comfortable. I couldn't get enough either, and so we were talking about it constantly in the offices, and then our bosses started looking at us funny, and so we decided to come down to our wives' basements and start doing it instead. But yeah, it was funny. It's funny how Mando really rekindled a lot, I think, for fans. It really rekindled a passion in the fandom. It gave us something to kind of gather around again and share headcanon and theorize and give us new ideas and new content and with just fun, cool characters.
And it didn't have the prequel hate.
Yeah. Not until season 3.
Until season 3. Okay, Carbonites, are you paying attention? This is the Outrider. This is Dash Rendar's ship from Shadows of the Empire. It's a variation on the Corellian freighter, similar to the Falcon. If you see, it also kind of looks like the USS Reliant from Star Trek 2. But it's got this pod over here, the cockpit, to put the action figure in. This is very disproportionate. It should be more like the Millennium Falcon. But it does this really cool thing where it spins, and it's kind of like what's his name ship in Andor. Why can't I think of his name?
Who's got
with the double lightsaber blades out of the side? But
Luthen.
Yeah, it's kind of a Hallcraft like that, but it's designed to be a variation on the YT freighter. But they made this pretty cool toy that is very much out of proportions, so it has playability.
Right on.
I encourage you to read Shadows of the Empire. It's excellent.
My hot take is I hate Dash Rendar.
Oh, I don't disagree. What a horrible knockoff of Han Solo.
Well, that was the thing. They needed a smuggler, but Han Solo was in Carbonite, so they bring this guy, and his ship is shiny. His ship always works. He never misses. He's a total Mary Sue.
Total.
Johnny Blue or whatever.
Yeah, whatever the equivalent is.
And at the very end, he misses his shot, and then he dies. And I was okay with that. I was like, good riddance. We don't need any more.
They squeezed that story in between Empire and Jedi, so you couldn't have any surviving character,
It's a prequel problem.
Yeah.
I have to admit that in the male version is Gary Stew.
Gary Stew?
Yeah. Instead of a Mary Sue, it's a Gary Stew.
I learned something today. We can call it a day.
Mm-hmm. I actually never got into that. So that was during the time I was kind of out of it for a while and didn't get, I completely missed Shadows of the Empire. Never went back, never caught up on it. I know who Dash Rendar is in images, but I never, that's funny. I didn't really know much about his story. And other than that, he was a Han Solo knockoff. So, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. The story really humanized Vader. It was, at the end of it, I was a really big fan because it really kind of set up the whole progression of his redemption and everything like that. And then George Lucas had him kill a whole bunch of kids, and I'm like, it can't be this
right?
Right? Yeah. That was that, wasn't it? Right? Yeah.
And there's a whole side plot of Leia being attracted to Prince Shizor, and he's this big green lizard dude.
Well, that was
Which-
just his pheromones. It wasn't really her.
Well, obviously I don't
Greenwald.
have the same pheromones because I am not married to Princess Leia. So
But Han's
Careful.
away, Leia might play. I mean, it's possible.
it's not like he was on deployment. The dude was frozen in carbonite.
As long
Just
as you don't
saying.
touch Mon.
Hey, Mom's got the disco moves, man. Come on.
Right on. So I was fortunate enough that when the prequels came out, my kids were the right age, and so it gave me a new avenue to introduce my kids to Star Wars, other than the toys that had been out at that point. But and I know you share a lot with your kids, James. What was
They don't have a choice.
right? What was there? Are they a prequel or are they sequel kids?
Oh, definitely sequel. Nick and Addie are both 12, I think. Maybe. Yeah, they're 12. And James just turned 18. He's about to turn 19, I mean. Boy, I'm getting old.
I hear you.
So yeah, they're definitely the sequel. I'd even almost say that they're more of the Mando.
Oh, okay.
James went to most of the movies with me, but the twins are basically the Grogu generation.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's cool. And so I'm sure that kind of influenced your, like, the prequels never bothered me, right? And I was not on there wasn't social media back then, and I wasn't on the boards or the blogs or whatever they were. So I didn't really realize there was a lot of hate at the time. And I was just coming at it from, my kids love it. We're loving it. It's new Star Wars. Jar Jar's just what Jar Jar is, doesn't bother me. And what did you kind of have that same experience with the sequels, since your kids were then growing up at that age?
Well, yeah. So what the first one with the sequels, it's funny. I didn't really like the first one, the Force TFA.
Yeah, Force Awakens.
I thought it was too much like the fourth movie. It was too much like A New Hope.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for the beginning comedy sequence of The Last Jedi, I actually didn't hate that movie at all too much. I just hate that first half an hour with the mom jokes and
right,
and Finn walking around with the leaky thing that no one notices, and Luke, throwing over the. I was like, is this a comedy? Am I in the wrong movie? But
it was a disproportionate.
Yeah,
it was a disproportionate amount of humor compared to what we were used to with Star Wars, wasn't it?
Yeah, you know what? He was really trying to set up the subversion of what your expectations were, and he managed.
Right. Response from Carbonites, dude, that's super cool. I know of Dash, but never knew of a ship. Thank you for showing that beauty off. Phantom Menace Dennis said Berry Sue. There we go. I like that. Maya, welcome to the show, Maya. Thanks for joining us tonight. Just don't play Shadows of the Empire. It doesn't hold up. Carbonites, Roger, Maya, to that. And then Carbonites, I'm geeked. How about you, Jeremiah? How you doing, Chewbacca? So it's fun. I definitely think that I think that Star Wars is best enjoyed multi-generational, because it just it helps keep us young. Like for me, it gave something to have fun with my kids with when the prequels were out. My youngest at the time was like 5 or 6, and Brownie 1, and he got way into Darth Vader, and he didn't actually see the sequels. My older kids saw the sequels in the theaters. He didn't get to. He was still too young at that point, but he loved Vader, and so he had everything. His whole pajamas. He had the full-size adult helmet at 5 years old. He loved Vader, loved lightsabers, loved acting things out, and it just. Yeah, I think when you can enjoy Star Wars as a family, it really puts a different feel on it for us old timers.
Which is probably why I didn't like the prequels when they first came out.
Mhm.
I have a new appreciation for them, but when they first came out, I was like, this is pretty lame. Jar Jar's annoying. And that's not so bad now, but just at the time. And then Attack of the Clones came out, and I had read some of the books about, Jaster Muriel being Boba Fett and stuff, and I'm like, who's this little kid? And he's not a clone, and just so. At the time, I didn't like it, but I have a much, I found a new appreciation for them now. I think having younger kids now, it's a lot easier to appreciate. They all like Jar Jar, I think.
Yeah. Right on. DB?
I was on my own for the prequels. So they never bothered me other than you didn't have that core trio or quad of characters that had that camaraderie, like it was us against the galaxy. That was my only gripe with the prequels at the time. But when the sequels came out, when TFA came out, my daughter was 4. And she had already been seeing, the classics, on DVD, and she just loved lightsabers. Even when she was a toddler, just those bright lightsabers. So, she saw 2 out of the 3 sequels in the theater, and she, of course, instantly identified with Rey, having a female lead, and she had all kinds of. I don't know who would have bought her all these, but those play school sets, with little chunky dudes. She would get those for Christmases and birthdays, and somehow now that she's a teenager, they're all down here in the man cave. But yeah, she identified with Rey, and when Mando came out, man, Grogu, that was it. Grogu's the cutest thing in the universe, and she loves Grogu.
Mm-hmm.
But now, she won't admit to being a Star Wars fan around her friends because she's a teenager. But it's one of the.
Cool for school.
She's too cool for school. As long as she's not like I was at 14, where I discovered the opposite gender, and that's the only thing that really pulled me away from Star Wars. As long as she's not there, But it is one of the few things that she and I really bond over is Star Wars.
Right on. So quick question, and then we'll kind of transition over into collection corners. So as we're in the era of Disney Star Wars, and with streaming, we were given Mando, and then we've had a lot of different styles of shows. We have Mando, which is in Ahsoka, and shows like that feel a little more traditional Star Wars. Then you got Andor, which is a little more dark and gritty, and then you got Acolyte, which was kind of an experimentation in something different. What do you think? We'll kind of go roundtables. Thoughts on Disney trying different formats, or should they just stick to one? DB will start.
I like it all.
Yeah.
Oh,
You like them all? Okay.
You go ahead, Delphi. Go ahead.
No, yeah. I mean, they're not all my favorite, but I haven't given anything less than, a C+. So I think that more is better. And I know they say it dilutes it. It's not a special, it's not an event or whatever, but give me more. I want to be entertained. Give me more. So
Right on.
I like different genres.
In the words of our Fred Rural Farm Boy, just tell me a story.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't like it, that's fine. I'm not a keyboard warrior is going to go out and attack everything. No, I'm not a fan of The Last Jedi, but I have found things about The Last Jedi that I like. Okay, but tell me a story. I'm in the rare group that I appreciate what the Acolyte was. Not everything about it, but I enjoyed the Acolyte. Mm-hmm. So I'm like you. I can go ahead with different, Hey, I even watched the Resistance cartoon start to finish. Okay. Was it my favorite? Meh. But I think they wasted an opportunity to bridge the gap between the OT and the sequel trilogy, the way they did the Clone Wars. You know.
Yeah.
End of rant.
Yeah, I think for me, yeah, I say more is better, right? And you're gonna get, the larger the universe goes, the more types of storytellers you're gonna have. And I don't, in the end, like, was Skeleton Crew for me? No, but I loved it because I respected it for what it was. It was, the show knew what it was. They knew what they were trying to accomplish, and I think they accomplished it with it. You know, I know it was meant for kids, and I'm happy that we got something that was more geared for parents to watch with their kids, you know, as opposed to Andor. I'm glad that we got that opportunity, but at the same time, we got Andor, right? Which is something a little more adult, dark and gritty. And when you're expanding the universe like that, you're going to have a few things that don't resonate with a few of the fans, and that's okay. Because again, I think there's enough content. I'm a Mando stan, like, right? Like, I loved season 3. I can't get enough of Mando stan. I could watch a whole episode of Grogu trying to fix wires in the you know, in the Razor Crest. I could watch 40 minutes of that. I don't care. You know, for me, it gives me that nostalgia feeling. But then if I want something in depth, you know, we got Andor, and yeah, I think I agree with you. I think more is better. I don't think it dilutes it at all. I think it just opens up. I'm really looking forward to see what Starfighter is. You know, I have a feeling it's going to be a mass. It's going to be a movie geared for mass audiences. I mean, they got Gosling, right? So you're going to pull in some of the Notebook Barbie crowd, which is good for ticket sales, and it might introduce people to new people to the fandom. And there's going to be, of course, some snobs that say, well, they're not real fans, they're just here because of Ryan Gosling. But who cares? I mean, let them have their piece of fandom, and we can have our piece of fandom.
You know what they're also
green too, it'll fund other things.
Mm-hmm.
I was just saying their money's green too. So if it makes $1 billion, and that's money that they can use to make other more shows for us, you know, real fans.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. DB.
And I was gonna kind of tagging onto that. The one thing that Starfighter really has the opportunity, Hasbro, if you're listening, get those toys out there. You know there's gonna be ships.
Mm-hmm.
Get those toys ready, because man, that's what Lucas built his empire on, was those toy royalties. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Carbonites
I don't think
has
that's Hasbro's fault, though. I think that's Lucasfilm's fault by not sharing it because they don't want spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're probably right in that respect.
Maya chimed in. He said the thing I remember most about the prequels was calling in sick to work and waiting in line at the local mall for 8 hours to get 8 tickets to opening night. Carbonites, gents, how would you rank the 5 Mandoverse projects? Mandalorian, Book of Boba, Ahsoka, Skeleton Crew. We'll come back to that one in just a second. Ubaldo just hoping for a good story.
Yes.
And then, so we'll come back to that question. The 4 projects, Mando, Book of Boba, Ahsoka, and Skeleton Crew. That's a good question. I'll go first on that one. For me, I would say Mando, Skeleton Crew, Ahsoka, and then Book of Boba.
Why do you put Skeleton Crew second?
I just appreciate it for what it is, and I think there's potential for new lore building as part of the universe. It's got such a great nostalgic feel to it as a, Goonies generation kid, E.T. generation kid. I just appreciate the show for what it is. Now, a sequel season, that will be hard. I mean, we all know sophomore seasons can be tough. The kids will be older. You kind of told your story. I'm kind of mixed on whether they should do one or not. But we'll see. If they even do it, which I don't even know if they will. Although there's been a lot of social media posts recently of some of the actors just for some reason making comments about how they'd love to do a season 2.
Interesting.
So yeah, just randomly out there. So James.
So I guess I'm gonna have to go with Mandalorian because it has the most Carson Teva, and then Ahsoka because it has the second amount of Carson Teva. Book of Boba Fett because it has the third amount of Carson Teva, and Skeleton Crew last because it has no Carson Teva.
You have consistent criteria. I love
appreciate.
that.
I love it. Appreciate it. DB.
Definitely Mando number 1, even season 3. I'm splitting hairs, but I would put Ahsoka second just on its production value.
Okay.
Although we have not seen the complete story, so this ranking could change in time. Then Skeleton Crew, because it just, of all the Disney Star Wars products, that feels most like A New Hope when it was just called Star Wars. And then, wait, did I say Skeleton Crew? What did I say?
You just said Skeleton Crew.
Okay. And then Book of Boba, which I very much appreciated. But there's something about taking this fearsome bounty hunter and just wussifying him into this, sit on the throne galactic lord. I don't know.
The Godfather wannabe.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked it. I enjoyed it because we got Boba. We got Boba riding a Rancor.
You got Boba Rangers.
You got Boba Rangers. I liked the show. I enjoyed it. I've rewatched a few episodes. It had some misfires from a storytelling standpoint for sure, but and obviously, the best 2 episodes were the Mando episodes. Again, for lore building in that universe, but right on.
I appreciated the Tuscan scenes, but when we rewatched it the third time, we kind of skipped over all the flashbacks and we just did kind of the current stuff.
Yeah.
And it was a much more cohesive thing. I mean, I appreciate the what he went through, and it was very interesting getting kind of the natives, the marginalized species and stuff like that. That was cool. But if you watched it with just the current stuff, it was a better story. Although I think it was held back by the fact that he kicked so much ass in Mandalorian in the tragedy.
Yeah.
That when we saw him here, people were just expecting, one kick-ass scene after the other, and we didn't get what everyone was
right, especially with Rodriguez doing the tragedy and then being a showrunner for Book of Boba. You expected, there was that natural expectation that you were going to get that from I could understand that. Right on. Phantom Menace Dennis, I'm with you on Ahsoka. First couple episodes felt so cinematic, loved it. Carbonite's Ahsoka had the best villain presence of all shows.
Agreed. Just because Balin Skull is so cool.
Yeah.
And then you throw in blue guy, Thrawn.
Yeah, Balin. That's definitely. I think Scruffy said it on the show, which was Balin was the best new villain since Maul for him, and I can't disagree with that. Best
I'm
part.
a little biased because people think I look like Ray, but I even used the Balin Skull head for my TVC selfie series.
Right on. Oh yeah. Okay, I can see that. Phantom Menace Dennis. Best part of Book of Boba was the hipster scooter gang. Yes, Boba Rangers.
Boba Rangers.
Go Boba Rangers.
Phantom Menace Dennis. You're new to the show. We call them the Boba Rangers.
Right.
Go Boba Rangers.
Yeah. I liked that. I liked them introducing that aspect to the show, the whole concept of mods, and how they're kind of shunned from society. I thought that was a cool little aspect, and I love the tie-in with the whole mods from Great Britain in the 60s and the 50s riding scooters. They should have they could have done the action scene just a little better, like a little more high-paced, but so there was a misfire on that one, but otherwise I love the concept, and I like the because this is in an era. Yeah, so like going back to New Hope, where now that we have the prequels, it goes back to New Hope, where the bartender says to C-3PO and R2, get out of here. We don't allow those kind in here, because there's still that stigma with droids from the Clone Wars. And so if you're putting droid parts in your body, I can see where that's a shunned part of the society.
Right.
It's almost like how people treated tattoos, like in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah,
that's a great
Someone has
analogy.
a tattoo, you must be a hardened criminal. Only criminals get tattoos.
A biker, Hell's Angel, whatever. Yeah. Right on. Great question. Thank you, Carbonates, for asking that question. Let's zip over into collection corner, and I don't want to play the soundbite because we'll get banned in Belarus and Russia. So we'll just go.
I want it all. There we go.
There we go. I want it all. Okay, so Scruffy's commitment to this episode is it was Comic Book Wednesday yesterday, so he probably picked up some comic books. The other part is that, and Vincent, I delivered his package to him today in his office, left it for him because he's working tonight, and also the package that we'll mention here in just a minute, the other special package that we'll talk about when we talk about next week's show. So that is, and I did, so we had that new segment last week. We had the Ned Flanders segment, and so I read him. He had not listened to that part of the episode yet.
What?
Right? But I read to him this week's Ned Flanders piece. So he told me to leave as fast as I could. So on that one.
But even after we acknowledged that Katie Sackhoff remembered him,
right.
And we've only mentioned Trek like 5 times in the last hour.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
I don't know what more you want from me.
Okay. Oh yeah, DB, you wanted to, for collection corner, we wanted to speak.
Yeah, because I have not been able to get a lot. This is my latest and greatest. You see the backdrop there. I just got that off of a gentleman on eBay. Cardboard Galaxy is his store. You can also follow him on social media. He makes great backdrops. You might have seen, I don't know, did I send you a picture of my Cloud City one?
No.
A while back. But, I had the sand crawler and the 2 bases and stuff, and it was just up against a white wall. But I put this backdrop up there, and that's my big purchase. There was that backdrop, and also the base that the Tuscans are standing on. They're not from Tuscans only or whatever you guys think I'm doing in my spare time. That actually came from Steve Carbo up in Minneapolis or Duluth. Runs Excalibur Con. He sent me that a while back. So that is my big purchase right there. My Tatooine backdrop.
Nice. Very nice, DB. Very nice.
Not as good as a Delphi Cantina.
That's true.
Not much is.
So with that setup behind you, James, what's something that you'd like to show off really quick?
Yeah, I've not been ignoring you guys. I've been trying to figure out what I can grab easy and not knock everything over.
Right.
Our good friend Hybrid, he went to a collector Zeb for me. And it's got, he left space here. So if and when I can ever get Paul to sign it, I'll have them both signed on it. I was supposed to get an autograph at GalaxyCon Columbus last year, but he had to cancel. I'm still waiting for Paul to come somewhere close by.
He's so good with the fans.
He is. Nice guy.
I guess I'll show this off. I got some stickers. So it's a little project.
Oh, that's cool.
So we'll be
very cool.
Excellent.
That's cool.
Oh, and I got to read.
So,
I can't find one. Can you
speaking
send
of
it to me?
right.
I'll send you 12.
Speaking of carbonites, I had a portion of the package that he sent us recently. As we know, this is something new that he's added, DB, to his packaging since we last ordered from him, which is made by Ugnaughts crossed out and replaced with humans.
Yeah, he was talking about his Ugnaught workers last night on the Hybrid show.
And the other one says, "Free me from my cardboard prison."
Oh, that's awesome.
And so recently, Carbonites improved their manufacturing process, and for a long time, the characters were built with 2 pieces of 1x1 wood core, and those all have to be cut by hand. And when you're doing all that work with wood, you get imperfections, you get, pieces you can't use. Sometimes maybe they don't stack up just right. Lucky. And the second layer of foam, it's behold, a fine addition to your collection. And so he went to the 3D printing route so that his cores are consistency. From Carbonites, we don't pay our nuts; they're just happy to be here, right? And then, bro, that is so cool. DB, very impressed. Love the Tuscans raising roof in that picture, right on. So anyway, so he was doing a clearance on his wood versions, wood core. So as soon as he had posted that on social, I made sure to jump online and see what he had still available in wood core, Mando stand, and I ordered the 2 sets that had Mando, and even a little other side, little boy Mando from that episode where he gets rescued by Death Watch, and then it's got the B2 in there, and then Mando and the Fire Trooper, and then I did not realize he had this set, so I'm so glad I got this set, but it's from chapter 2, which is my and so it's got Mudhorn Mando, it's got the Jawa with the red eyes, Queel, Baby Grogu, and a couple bounty hunters there from the beginning of the episode, Transdotion. And so I had to pick those up, definitely. So they got here just recently. And the other part of that is that he sent a package, a sealed package that we are leaving because Vincent is going to be our guest next week while I am on vacation, and he is going to be revealing a brand new set on the episode of Carbonites, and we're so excited to have him on, and we're going to give a set away to a lucky listener or viewer. So so definitely come back next week as well for episode 140. That'll be 148 when we'll have the return of Vincent on the show to talk about Carbonites. And we're going to give away a set live on air. So make sure you check that out.
It was I was talking to Vincent, and he told me it's actually 6 different Carson Tevas. So you guys are going to love it.
I would pay for that. I would so pay for that.
I would as well. So
I should have went and I should have got my prototype, Captain Polar Bear, that you guys donated.
Right? Oh yeah, no doubt. Right on. But it's got a nice inner layer now with the little shadow effect. And then I am 2 away from reaching silver status. So I'm gonna have to see what the new sets are. And that is coming. I love the new bounty hunter one that they just dropped.
I would say I was looking at the bounty hunter one last night, and it's tempting me.
Did you guys order it? I ordered it the other day.
Haven't ordered it yet, so I got these. Just got these in the mail, so I gotta be careful on how many recurring charges I have on that credit card. So, in case Mrs. Brown Leader sees the bill. The other two things that I got last week, I showed that Sons of Mandalore patch, adding to my patches on my bags, and this week I got I found a mud horn, because obviously I've got to have a mud horn, right? And then this is the Mountain Dew tie-in. I could not resist this one when I saw it on Amazon, but it's a Pew Pew in Mountain Dew logo, which I thought was just fantastic. I could not pass that one up at all. So, yeah, that's my collection corner.
You like the Mando, the mud horn so much, you need like a hairy egg for the Suga.
I know, right? Oh, that'd be very cool. So, what happens if you leave a Cadbury egg out too long? I wonder. That's kind of gross. But yeah, so that's collection corner for the episode, and we will do. You want to do the Flanders, or where's my phone? I gotta do the Flanders. So the Flanders segment. Who diddly do? Let's see. All right. So this is the second edition of the Flanders segment. What we did was based on somebody's post online a couple weeks ago. They did a Simpsons version of the Anders poster or Andor poster with Flanders in the role of Cassian, and it really gave me an idea. So I used AI and recreated some of Cassian Andor's famous lines in the phrasing of Ned Flanders from The Simpsons. So this week's rebellions are built on hope. We all know that line, and this is why Scruffy told me to leave immediately. Hackadoodle, rebellions are built on a big old heaping helping of hope. Hi diddly ho. Oh, that was so bad. That was so bad.
Yeah, I'm with you. Go.
Just go. Yeah. So, James, thank you for coming on. We've been wanting to get you on for a while. We appreciate. See, one of the things that we love is this community. We've talked about it many times before. We love the community that's been building, that we've joined, become a part of. Everybody that's in the chat tonight, and we've made those internet friends and connections along the way. Like Mike Havens always reminds us, after 30, you don't really make new friends very much anymore. And Star Wars has given us a spot to build a community, to make friendships, and we really appreciate the fact that we've had this going on for some time, James.
Mm-hmm.
And so where can everybody find Adelphi Rangers?
So I'm kind of the anti-bot. I'm a terminally online boomer, so I'm a Tobe, even though I'm a Gen Xer. So I'm Adelphi Rangers is on Twitter. I'm also on Instagram. And I have a YouTube account which has like 4 followers. So I'm going to have some sort of giveaway of the Adelphi Ranger Carbonite set when I reach 10 followers, 10 subscribers.
Right.
But yeah, I actually got rid of the NRSF because no one knew what it meant. The New Republic Security Forces.
Yeah.
So it's just Adelphi Rangers.
Okay, just Adelphi Rangers. Gotcha. Old habits die hard with us old folks. So I that's what I know you as, and that's what I always say.
Get off my space lawn.
Get off my space lawn. Right. Is that a Robotech shirt you're wearing? Is that a Robotech?
Yeah, actually.
Nice. I think I've seen you in the comments before talk about Robotech. Yeah. We need to do a Robotech episode sometime. That is One of my favorites from childhood.
Yeah. It filled the gap because there was no Star Wars.
Right, exactly. Excuse me. All right.
I think that's why I like the Carson Teva so much, because I always liked kind of the background Veritech fighters. You know, I loved Rick Hunter, I loved Roy Fokker, but I always liked the background guys who unfortunately were always killed. So I always liked like the Wedge Antilles, the Snap Wexley, the Carson Teva, books from Michael Stackpole, through the dark times.
Yeah.
I like the background characters, not the Lukes and all the main characters, the Poes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they better not kill off Carson Teva.
No way. Oh, no way. And I'm really hoping he has a role in the movie. Since everything is built around Adelphi Rangers. Seems to be the storyline's built around Adelphi Rangers, with Sigourney Weaver's character being the new commander or something of Adelphi Rangers. So,
well, she's Colonel Bishop, but Trapper Wolf is still an admiral. So there must be some chain of command. He's probably the third in line. He was in a live stream, and someone asked him about the movie, and he said, "NDA, I can't tell you anything." And then someone asked him about Ahsoka season 2, and he says, "I'm sorry, I'm too busy filming other stuff for the Avatar Airbender stuff, Uncle Iroh." So it was funny. He was able to say what he's not doing. So that tells me, at least my hope, is that he is in Mando and Grogu, because otherwise he would have just said,
"Yeah, he deserves to be." I really hope he is. And I love Carson Teva because it's just, he's the everyman. He's the, like you said, the Wedge Antilles, he's the modern day version of Wedge Antilles, right?
He's the haircut.
Yeah. But being that trooper, that guy he's just there. He supports right now the New Republic, and he's that loyal trooper that is there for the fight and is there time and time again. And I
he doesn't have the plot armor. He doesn't have the Force. He's just an every guy.
Exactly. I was just re-listening to our episode with him recently, and it was a fun episode. He said a lot of really good things in that. And
that's one of the episodes I didn't actually listen live. I was on vacation, and you had sent me like a clip of him talking about my account, and I ran from the beach to get to the Wi-Fi in the house, and I'm listening to it, and I'm oh, he knows I exist.
Well, it's the least I could do, right? You asked me to do that, and I did it. I wanted to make sure when we had him on air, we could talk about that, because it's just Carbonites. Will Sigourney Weaver outrank Paul? I wonder. I think she does, right? Because she's a colonel or something.
He's captain. She's a colonel.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I think she will.
You say her character's name is Bishop?
Yes.
That's what they said.
Isn't that meta?
That is so meta.
Right?
I'm Bishop.
The only thing that can
The universe has a way.
The only thing that'll top that is if she's some sort of android.
Right.
Right.
Thank you. I didn't want to have to say it.
Right. Shelf Life, welcome to the show. Welcome. You're here for the best segment of the show, actually.
Oh no, run, Shelf Life. We'll give you a pass this time. It just goes downhill from here.
Dad joke of the week. Time to annoy Scruffy and DB. Dad joke.
All right. Star Wars Dad Joke of the Week, courtesy of Star Wars Dad Jokes by Kelly Knox. And we started at the beginning of the book, and we're just going in order. So even this one, I'm kind of okay. Where does Palpatine keep his Sith armies?
That was Dad Joke of the Week. Now don't you feel absolutely
Even that one gets a thumb down from me. Right on.
I guess he doesn't believe in bear armor.
You know what?
Nope.
In honor of watching Hybrid and Carbonites last night, they were talking about the new HasLab ship and how much bigger it is. I'm just gonna say that next week's Dad Joke of the Week will be 20% better.
There you go. Right. Well, there won't even be one next week because I won't be here.
Oh, you're so lucky, Carbonites. You don't have to suffer through it.
DB agreed to not next week, right? right on. You guys deserve it. The last order of business before we sign off, obviously, is James, for coming on the show. You become an honorary member of the crew. You get your own Brown designation and call sign. In this one, the call sign screamed at me right away. And normally we save named characters for the actors, the performers themselves. But when we had Paul on, he chose Whiskers. And so for you, James, we're going to go with Brown 85 and Teva. I don't think there's any other call sign we can give you. So welcome to the crew, sir.
Thank you very much. I was trying to figure out what you would pick. I was thinking like Ranger maybe. That's very good. Yeah.
So I mean, I think I don't think there's anything other more fitting, right? So for the biggest Teva stand, right? The biggest Teva stand out there. We can't do it otherwise. But yeah, thanks for coming on the show. Check out Delphi Rangers social medias. It's definitely a lot of fun. Big fan. If you're a big fan, James, we appreciate having you as part of the community. We really do. We appreciate hearing from you and communicating back and forth. And and on all the little projects that you do to contribute to the community. So thank you, sir. Thank you. Right on. It's nice to be recognized. Yeah. Except in the store. Yeah, right. Nice one, DB, earlier from that, and then that's touching. So it's that time of the show. We're about to do the sign off. So as Carbonite says, hey, I'll force choke that like button, like Vader force chokes those who have a disturbing lack of faith. Right. I was just watching A New Hope the other day too. Smash that like button. We're on all the socials. Follow us on the social of your choice. We're on all of them: Facebook, X, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky. You can also email us at brownsquadron@gmail.com. We do these live streams every week at 8 o'clock Eastern on Thursday nights. And if you want to find any of our links, connections to our social medias, YouTube channels, anything like that, you can go to beacons.ai /Brown Squadron to find us. So definitely hit that like button, like Vincent said. And unboxing. Welcome to the show. Right at the end, yes, sir. We're about to do sign off. So welcome to the show. Check out unboxings videos as well. He's also been one of our winners in the past on the show. He usually posts a little bit after we go off air. So it's something else on YouTube that you get to watch on a Thursday night is when he typically posts. So make sure you give him a follow and watch his unboxing videos. It is well worth the time. So, all right. Well, Teva, welcome for joining us on the show. Appreciated having you. And this is, I got to do everything. Scruffy's not here to help with the board. So thanks for watching. Watch us every Thursday night. You can follow us, click our socials, yada yada yada, for the Seinfeld reference. And with that, this is Brown Leader signing off for the crew, and you have been listening and watching Hyperspace Heroes.
Oh, yeah, that's the joyous sprinkle.
I clicked the button too fast.